ushering in a beginning. You know?
So we see Esau's kingdom falling. That means it's rising. The Most High's kingdom is about to rise.
The transition of power. And it won't be through deceit, injury, and inequity. It's going to be righteous.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, for behold, the Lord coming out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth.
And he's going to come like Wisdom of Solomon. It says, mighty man of war. He leaped down from heaven. He's going to leap down, a lion out of his thicket.
To punish the inhabitants of the earth.
Yeah, punish.
For their iniquity.
Yep. And when our kingdom comes, that's going to be a true manly kingdom. All right? Order is going to be set. You women are going to be in line. And we as men are going to be in a righteous manner. And this place is going to be ruled in a beautiful decadence, okay, of righteousness. That's why it says that people are going to rejoice. So the same heathens that are going to cry about this fall is going to rejoice ultimately in our rulership.
You're going to live better.
It's going to be 1,000 years of orientation.
Yeah, the heathen are going to live better. You know?
Yep.
Under the nation of Israel, you're going to live better, man.
Yep. And when we rule, we ain't going to be bombing kids. We're going to get the parents first. So the kids can learn, and then they grow up right. And then when their parents come back through them, they're going to be right. You see?
And really, when you think about it, that's even mercy for the heathen, because the Lord said that Esau is the only nation that's promised no mercy.
Right.
So under our rulership, that's going to be mercy for the heathen.
Yep. Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Because at least you're going to be able to, get your little plot.
Yeah, get your little rocks on.
But you're going to know who's who. You're going to know who's on top.
And you ain't going to talk shit either.
You ain't going to say shit.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
It says the earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. The earth shall also disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. That was it.
This is the book of St. Jeremiah 23 and verse 7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Which we just had Passover last night.
Yeah.
Reverencing the deliverance from Egypt while being in spiritual Egypt.
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that?
Verse 8, and it says, but the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I had driven them.
So that means it's going to be a worldwide deliverance. Not just in the north country, but a worldwide deliverance. Go ahead.
And it says, and they shall dwell in their own land. That was it.
So the Most High is even going to give us the land back. Really, Jerusalem is going to be headquarters.
Yep.
Because we're going to have not only the earth, but the gap. Yahweh Shai said, in my father's house are many mansions.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So it's going to be unlimited.
Yep.
Unlimited righteousness. You know? And we're not going to go off, because the law, statutes, and commandments are going to be what? Programmed inside you.
Right.
It's not even going to be a thought to go off. Everything about us is going to be righteous.
But we're practicing that now.
We're practicing now.
You know, it'll be the Sabbath. You know, you see a woman. Well, it's Esau's fault too, the way the women are dressed. But you'll look away or going back. She got a man. What you do? We don't need to wear fringes not to commit adultery.
Right.
We don't need to wear fringes not to eat pork.
You are the friend.
Right. So exactly. So we're practicing it now. We're tasting of what's coming. And you know, it's funny. These Christians don't understand, when the new covenant is put in us, that's declaring war on earth. When we get the new covenant in us, ain't gonna be no more Mo's. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna be no more Lisa Leslie's. Ain't gonna be no more adultery. Ain't gonna be no more wickedness. Ain't gonna be no more pronouns.
You more Brittany Griner?
Right. That shit's gonna cease to exist. Whores are gonna go extinct, bro.
Hey, well, I mentioned New Jerusalem coming down from heaven. Well, order is going to be restored.
Right.
And that's when these elites are going to be captured.
Yep.
Because they can run to their bunkers and do what they want to do. But when New Jerusalem comes down, you're going to be sought out.
Yep.
And as we always say, what? The first fruits of slavery.
Yep. So all the Edomite slaves in the kingdom are going to be descendants of the elites.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So-called royal.
Yep.
So-called royal top breed Edomites.
So you're going to have a nation of Rothschilds.
Yep.
Roth children.
Red child.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Well, it said Cain was Roth.
Yep.
He's a Roth.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 18.
And it shall come to pass that he that flees from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that comes out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in a snare.
Right, because they're gonna run to their bunkers, the mountain retreats. They even got space stations.
Yep.
They got underground cities.
Yep.
Underwater.
They got underwater.
Yep.
Because he knows what's coming. So that's why he's gonna try to flee, but he's gonna be sought out and taken,
Yep.
captured.
You got even one of the Kardashian girls.
Yeah, I
You
saw
see
that.
shit, and she had her bunk like, yeah, I'm ready.
But those bitches are gatekeepers anyway.
Yeah.
Plastic Barbies.
Yep.
It say, for the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake.
Yeah, that's those atmosphere because the Lord put it on Russia's spirit where some of their missiles, their nukes, they generate more power the higher they go and come down. So when they hit the earth, the destruction is actually more depending on how high it goes up. You know, and didn't Russia come up with Satan too?
Yeah.
They got a Satan too.
And
And then America's so base, Trump said, well, we got a super duper missile. This nigga said super duper.
Well, when Slovakia, when Putin first went over there and invaded Ukraine, Sleepy Joe bitch ass got on the podium. We're gonna what do you say? What they do? We're gonna put sanctions. And these Americans even was like, damn, niggas like they ain't doing nothing.
That's
Like
it.
Putin mentioned how he was father of all bombs.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. FOAP.
Hey, the Most High got the spirit on Putin, man. Putin moved different, bro.
Well, Vladimir means ruler.
Yeah, Putin moved. And guess what? He knows how to fight.
Yep.
You think Sleepy Joe know how to fight?
This
That
nigga
nigga can barely walk.
he came and fight to stay awake.
Right. He be falling asleep and shit.
That nigga's he's a low-level cyborg.
All that's symbolic, man.
Yeah.
It's all symbolic.
Yep.
Go ahead.
the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved.
Hey, but look at what this truth has done, man. You know, look at what you would got if you stayed in the world. Okay, This is what you would have got: an embarrassment. All right.
But you would have been on Facebook hashtagging Ukraine.
Right.
You was still in the world. You know.
Right.
Niggas be saying that shit and can't locate Ukraine on the map.
Maybe
If you get to a map.
The niggas stealing Wi-Fi, talking about pray for Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
I got my vaccination. I got my COVID
Right.
vaccine.
Right.
We got the
Terrible, man.
And you know, it's spiritual too, because America's so isolated from the rest of the world. It's perfect setup for destruction. America's isolated from the rest of the world because the main world is what? Europe, Asia,
yeah.
Africa. But this shit is way over here. That's why I said the end of the world.
Well, that's why
You know?
it says they shall hate the whore and
Burn her.
Yeah,
Yep.
she gonna get jumped.
Yep.
The only person that could really get kind of hit is like a little bit of Mexico and a little bit
Canada.
of Canada.
Yep.
Because South America's gonna be straight.
Yep. Well, Russia's north of America.
And,
That's why I said the North Country.
Yeah.
And Canada only has like 50 million people
They
there.
don't got a lot of
Yeah.
They don't got nobody there. America got over 300 million people. Canada only got
Most-
50 million people.
And most of those Canadian citizens live near the U.S. border.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one lady told me, she said, I didn't know Canada was that wicked. That's what she told me. She was like, they wicked over in Canada. I was like, wicked every fucking where to be,
yeah.
but
Mini America.
right.
There's a lot of Jake in Canada.
It said the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly.
And what's gonna cause that? The ICBM missiles.
Yeah.
The arrows, right?
The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard.
Hey, that's spiritual because the nations were drunk off the wine of Babylon, so the Lord gonna get them drunk off the destruction from these nations. How beautiful is that, man? You know, since you like to drink, ain't today a national drink day? You gonna drink that cup, man.
And today Esau gonna be on Labatt Blues and Bud Light all day.
Right.
All day, man. And Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It said, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
And that's talking about the rulership, because the earth abideth forever. So when it says it's going to fall and not rise again, that's talking about the rulership. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Esau literally governs the whole earth right now. He was placed in that seat. But when he falls, he's not going to rise again, as it says. It ain't going to be no 500 years later the Edomites come back into power.
Renaissance.
He's through forever,
He
man.
ain't gonna rise out the ashes.
The Lord told him to rejoice and be glad. And then after that, it says he will no more away carry thee into captivity. So this is it. That's why we excited.
Yep.
That's why we in the spirit.
Yep.
That's why we don't give a shit how you look at us.
Yep.
Because this is it for you, man.
Yep.
You know?
And this shall come to pass that in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, the kings of the earth upon the earth. They shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit.
And that's talking about the elites. Because they're really the ones that's on high right now. But we don't fear the elites because they're really low level peons. In the spirit, they're just Edomites.
Yeah.
They just Edomites with substance.
You drink blood.
Edomites with money.
Edomites with, you know, that's all they is, man.
They can stand in a circle with shapes, thinking they got power.
Yeah.
You know?
We're
Real
fucking
shit, though.
with masks and
Yeah.
helmets and shit on.
Yeah. Hey, well, we drank blood last night, the bloody Yahushai.
Yeah, that's right.
So who's got the more power, you know?
Yeah, who's got the, Go ahead.
And shall be shut up in prison, and after many days they shall be visited. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed.
Yeah, because moon represents wisdom, you know? So is there no more wisdom in Teman? You know? A lot of these Khazars, a lot of them elites, you know, there's, you know, so-called 1948ers. So a lot of them, there's not going to be no council. There's going to be no think tank. There's going to be nothing that they could do. That's why it tells you in Revelations, when the son of the Lamb comes, it says, let the mountains fall on us. Because there's not going to be no other situation they can do. What you gonna try to, you know, hit Yahushai with a jab?
We read earlier where it says, I believe we read it, it says, stand now with thine enchantments. Meaning what? Stand on your wickedness, nigga.
Yep.
You trusted in it all this time.
Yep.
So now when Yahushai comes, you got to stand on that. You know? You
Yep.
gotta, hey, that's your foundation. Your foundation is wickedness.
Yep.
Got a quick one? Yep. This is the book of Psalm 75, starting at verse 7. It says, but the Most High is the judge. He put it down. Psalm 75, in verse 4. I said unto the fools, do not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He put it down one.
Hey, well, that's heavy. That's what these Americans don't get. The ultimate judge is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Right.
But you're afraid of some district judge in Niagara or Rochester or Buffalo. Hey, we're serving the real judge.
Right.
You know, you're worried about a temporal man.
Fuck the Jews!
There you go.
That's right!
And
Hey, but people hate them, bro. People actually hate them,
hey,
man.
but when he said that, we didn't think he was talking about us.
Nah.
No.
That's why we ain't say
The world don't look at us as Jews.
Right.
We know who he talked about,
Yeah.
but we talk about the 1948ers and 49ers. Okay?
But you mentioned, you know, how Yahweh is the real judge, and how, you know, we shouldn't be afraid of these different.
What man can do to us?
Yeah. So and brothers have gotten locked. This brother, I remember one time he got locked up for the word, and other brothers around, I'm pretty sure they could tell their testimony. Most High get you right out of that, right out of that situation, man.
Well, Yahushua,
Peter,
yep.
look at Peter.
The Yahushai.
Yeah, Yahweh Shai.
He told Pilate, man, the only power you guys from my father.
Right.
Chill out.
And see, this is the beautiful thing about the understanding. If you get locked up, the Most High locked you up.
Yeah.
To test you, man. See what you gonna do.
You gonna call on me?
Yeah. What you gonna do?
That's like the blessed thing, though. The suffer persecution.
I was gonna say that suffer persecution for righteousness' sake.
Like in Psalm 75 and verse 8, for in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poured out the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. But I will declare it forever. I will sing praises to the power of Jacob, or the
Oh, it said power of God.
Yep, sit down.
Read it verbatim.
Yep. Psalm 5 verse 9. But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the God of Jacob.
God of Jacob. See that? That's what that. Hey, America teaches you otherwise. The God of the Bible is the God of Israelites.
Right.
You see?
They teach that it's the God of the world, like. But when you read,
We're all his children.
Right.
That's their shit right there.
Joel 2:27, real quick.
We're all his children. He loves all of us.
Yeah.
But then when you bring up that track record,
Oh, that was different, right?
he don't want to talk about that. You know?
See, that's what we're embracing. We're embracing our God and our Savior. We have a God.
Let's bring this out real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Joel 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, your power, and none else. And my people,
And none else.
and my people shall never be ashamed.
Are your brothers ashamed to be out here?
Hell no.
No.
There you go, man.
Hey, me speaking for myself, and y'all brothers feel this way too, I'm sure. I embrace this, man.
Yep.
It charges me up
Yep.
because I know I'm doing the righteous thing. You know, when I see people walking by, you know, and get that spirit on you.
They
man,
have no power over us.
Yeah. You know, they look at you, you look at them.
Right.
Oh, you a demon.
Right.
You know, what you looking at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
On your mere mortal way.
Yeah.
We were all sipping last night. We could have slept in.
Hey Gabar, remember we said we was gonna start looking at people like when they said they was vaccinated. Well, I didn't even say that, but when they said when they said they had the juice, how we was gonna look at them,
Hell yeah.
you know, give them that look like you got that.
Right.
Oh, you did
But
that?
they look at you like, oh, you're not.
Right.
We look at you like you got that.
Right.
You know.
You're not cattle.
Yeah. So.
You're not inoculated.
Word. Just to find out later on down the line is over 1,200 adverse effects, adverse side
counting.
effects, and counting.
Then they said we ain't gonna release the information for 75 years.
Well, one day you people gonna be
Sounds like
subscribing to an infomercial. If you take the back in, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you can be subject to death.
Yeah. That's gonna be the biggest lawsuit in America.
You don't know about the
Hey, well, a brother was telling me, an elder was telling me that the chicks that got it, they through sex.
Yep.
You could transport that shit, man, if they got that shit.
That's why the Lord ain't been giving us women like that. You know?
Elder told me that, man.
In the spirit, I realized that, you know, and ultimately the Lord is making us more holy. But you brothers out there, you ain't, getting to play like you used to. That's the Lord protecting you. You know, the Lord's protecting you, man, because these women are vile in more ways than one.
It's freaky out here.
Yeah,
It's dark as hell out here.
You had a dude say that he said his woman got it, and he went to lay with her, and he got a reaction in his thighs.
Wow.
See, so these women are contaminated, man. You know.
Biohazards.
Yep. Cesspool.
Go ahead, bro.
Back in Psalm 5 and verse 10, it says, all the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted.
Yeah, the horns of wickedness. The horn represents power. So the power of wickedness is going to be cut off. Beautiful, man. This shit is vexing, seeing wickedness and rulership. But we have peace now because we understand it through the Spirit. Wisdom and knowledge, and understanding has given us stability. We about to, when all hell breaks loose, you're gonna be laughing at these people, man. You're gonna be laughing at these people,
We go rejoice and they go mourn.
This the book of Sirach chapter 10, I'll start at verse 7. It says, pride is hateful before the Most High man, and by both do one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
Hey, well, that proves these people aren't in the spirit of righteous judgment, because we're standing on stolen land. To this day, you're still talking about what was done to the Native Americans, what was done to who you call black, who you call Hispanic, and nobody's tripping. Nobody's upset.
Well, as I'll say it again, they saying pray for Ukraine.
Yep.
People they don't even know.
Yep.
Yep.
And it goes on to say, For such an one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. Verse 10. The physician, which Yahushua, cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. You know, that also has going about Yahushua cutting off, the wicked of Esau. Because soon, right now, we're living in the end times of Esau's era.
That's right. And we're getting ready to receive salvation. That's
The word era is an acronym. It stands for Edomite Removal Act.
Yeah, right.
Hey.
And that's what's getting ready to happen. Edomites are about to be removed out of rulership.
Well, the Lord told us 3 times in the book of Obadiah that they were going to be exterminated. 3 times. And the reason, it was a reason for the violence against thy brother Jacob.
Yep.
Shame shall cover thee,
Yep.
and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Yep.
And then the Lord said, what? How's it go? Give me Obadiah real quick. Extermination. And the raid is the nukes.
Yep. And Esau's an annoying bedbug.
Yeah.
This is the book of St. Obadiah and verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness.
That's a cut.
Right.
How can you embrace Christianity when it says deliverance from Mount Zion?
That's it. And it's going to mention some other nations. Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
The scriptures tell us in Isaiah that our gates are going to be open continually.
Yep.
That they may bring in the forces of the Gentiles.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Go ahead.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
Not one. You hear that, GOCC? There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. Go ahead.
And it goes on to say, for the Lord has spoken it.
So that's a word from the Most High. The Most High said that through the prophet Obadiah. All right? Yeah, all right.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falling from a vine, and as a falling fig from a fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my curse to judgment.
And the Idumeans are Edomites. All right? And they getting ready to be judged heavily. Heavily.
It say, and the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and the blood of lambs and goats, and the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
A great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversies of Zion.
For the controversies of Zion. So with that, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters were edified. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth once again. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. We're still in the Sabbath, all right? So sundown, the Sabbath is over, all right? And also we're in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, all right? So you brothers and sisters stay up, all right, through the Spirit. And Lord willing, we'll see you brothers next week. Shalom.
Shalom.